We're live. The most
Hello.
live you can be when you are drawing breath. Pay no attention to the rat in the overlay. Once Ark decides to show, because he has to work, it will fix itself.
Fucking capitalism.
Fucking capitalism. It's
More like
weird.
capitalism, am I right?
You have to work to live, and you live to die. Ha ha. Anywho, speaking of capitalism, sponsors! We have sponsors. Grinding Coffee Co. for all your grinding coffee needs. I don't have the... That's from Things from the Flood. It's Rez's picture. Look at that. Delightful. Anyways. Hilarious. Where is my Grinding Coffee Co? There we go. Grinding Coffee Co. We're professionals for all your grinding coffee needs. Use the code PARTYWIPEGAMES for a discount. I need to get more coffee because coffee has a shelf life, and if you don't take steps to preserve it, it starts to taste really bad. Yeah. Actually, that's not true. Coffee doesn't have a shelf life. It's just that it goes stale and tastes bad after a while. But you can actually hold on to coffee for a long, long time.
It is a dry bean.
Yeah. It's just that it oxidizes and it loses flavor unless you seal it or freeze it. If you freeze it, it'll last for like a year or two. But if it's just not properly contained, which I learned today when I went to go make coffee, it kind of loses its flavor if you don't package it well. So yeah, get some coffee. I'm gonna be doing that soon too.
Wonderful. Thank you for the 2-minute tangent on drinking more coffee.
Hey, it wasn't all 2 minutes of that.
Capitalism.
Ooh, yeah, we Sometimes also ranted about capitalism for 30 seconds.
Sometimes it works in our favor. Yeah, but on the topic of both coffee and technically capitalism, we return to our party. Also, little thing, Frost is back. Hi, buddy.
You all rue the day.
Shotz is
I
back.
have to actually turn you down today. Normally you're really quiet.
Oh.
No, don't fix it. Just keep talking.
This is Shotz ASMR.
You beautiful bastard. You keep going.
Shotz.
Space Boba.
You get an email.
Frost, I tried to name our ship the Space Boot, but they wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, I overruled that.
Democracy is horseshit.
You were hard vetoed. Sorry, we tried.
And Frost is now a monarchist. Good to know.
Bring it back to feudalism. The serfs can't overrule my booba ship.
Okay, so Frost, you get an email. You open up your little communicator, and it's an email. It is from a Dr. Quarlu. Not their name, that's the name of a species. It's from a doctor from the Cabaret University of Xenoarchaeology and Xenobiology. Saying that they read your paper that you wrote about interdimensional infectious diseases. And that they have begun to do a study on it. It's part of the scientific process. Is a word for it. I forget what it is, but they're doing a peer review. They're going to peer review your study, and sort of try to do their own experiments and see if they can sort of use the model you have laid out in your paper.
Wait, hold on.
In actual simulations.
Quick out of character tangent.
Yeah.
Did you just say they're trying to replicate this?
They're going to use computer models to see if the scenarios and observations that he has laid out in his study of what happened on the station, to see if it's useful in a real world scenario or if it's just bullshit essentially.
Sci-fi World Health Organization.
They're essentially just like taking his observations and seeing if it like is a reasonable model or if this is just a one-off thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's just literally like, hey, we found this paper. We're going to do a study on it, see if we can replicate what you have like said in this, and see how it applies to our scenarios or situations.
all right. So what I'm hearing is there's the potential for someone trying to weaponize this.
I was gonna say we want to study it for science and then weaponize it for profit.
Yeah.
It sounds more like they are trying to understand how interdimensional diseases can spread.
Oh, yeah, that's what those people are trying to do.
That's how it always starts.
Until the corporate people come along and say, good job, here's some money.
Yeah.
See, joke's on you. Shotz is gonna absolutely offer that information on the grounds that it's copyrighted under him, so anything that's used, whether writing, creation of new diseases or anything else, he gets a paycheck for it.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
And then when the pandemic starts, they're gonna know exactly
how much is your soul worth.
Yeah.
Slides over a piece of paper. Oh yeah, about that much.
I know it's a lot of zeros, but you asked what it's worth. Anyways, so you get an email that they're currently going to peer review your paper, which is a good sign. So, congratulations. And yes, he did write a paper. Me and Frost had a discussion about this. It's like, do you want him to have like been busy doing this thing? He's like, sure. So
he's writing a paper on this interdimensional disease that he's seen people contract and dealt with.
Yeah, you're a doctor. You know how to do it. You've done it before. You have a doctorate, so I think you're actually kind of vague on that. Did Shotz earn his doctorate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
To the surprise of everybody he ever treats, yes, he's actually board certified and everything.
Beautiful. So
I had to squeak my way through 10 years of med school to deal with this horse shit.
So first things is first. You have purchased, I think, 3,000 credits worth of trade goods, right?
Yeah, we did buy a bunch of trade goods.
With that diplomacy check earlier last
I put down a fuck ton. Hang on.
Yeah. I think it's 3,000 credits worth altogether.
I put down 3,000 and then someone put down, or did I put down 2,000 and then someone put down 1,000? You
put down a weird number and then we rounded it out.
Yeah. You guys put down 3,000 credits. I remember it was 3,000 credits.
Overall, it came out to 3,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
I put down 2,000.
Yeah. With that diplomacy check, you've sold 500 credits of that 3,000 for 700 credits. So you've made currently 200 credits back. Haven't sold the entire thing, but you've sold 500 credits of what you bought. 500 credits of stuff you bought for 700 credits. So you made a bit of profit.
Mm-hmm.
You have to continue to sell this stuff. You can't sell $3,000 worth of shit that's first day in. Take our entire stock. Also, I will. There is a there should be a file in your journal called bounty file. That's just very small amount of information of what you have on Clara 247. Just a summary. Any specifics you want to ask about it, you can. But just so you have the information to you all.
Okay.
So you've landed. You sold a little bit of your stuff, and now you can go about finding information. And with that diplomacy check, I'll say you could, at the very beginning, what you guys know is that you could go generally 2 routes from this. You could go to talk to the police, or you can go try to get into the underworld and talk to them. This person is an assassin, so they have underworld, and also people are looking for this person. Like the law enforcement of this planet are going to be looking for Clara 247. She murdered a bunch of people. So you guys can go speak to the law enforcement establishment, or you could try to do some shady shit and get in contact with organized gangs and organized crime, stuff like that, which Clara seems to be in that world of. Doogler, thank you.
Doogler, thank you for the raid. The Doog.
Woo.
You're my favorite Doog.
Doog. He's a Doog. He's a Doog.
You're my second favorite lure, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Give me number one in everything.
Yeah.
Also, what is the plan?
We should start gathering information.
Where would you like to start gathering information?
The best place to gather information. The bar!
You're just going to go to a random... You're like by an airport. You want to go to like a airport lounge?
The lounge?
Talk to some guys, or...
No, the seediest pirate hangout that we can find.
So you want to go to a Shady Bar and start asking questions. Okay, sure. That's absolutely... You have to do that.
We don't have our operative here who actually knows how to do things.
Oh,
so.
he's a survivalist. He doesn't know how to do this shit either.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like he can track a man across through a forest like that, but he's not a fucking criminal.
What good does that do us in space?
I'm fairly
Guys,
decent.
I have a 10 charisma. I'll carry us through this whole thing. Don't worry.
Shay, you were saying?
I'm fairly decent at diplomacy, so wherever they're taking us, Ijisu will probably float around and strike up casual conversation and be like, or anyone who talks to her might be like, oh, have you heard about such and such, or this one series of
we're specifically collecting information on our bounty hunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone, someone can roll culture check to see if you can suss out a shady. You've never been to this planet before. If you can suss out a Shady Bar.
I'll assist because my culture points are 0 so far, but
I don't think I have that. So Shay.
But I do have a 4 to it because it's an int thing. So
I've got a modifier of 3. I don't know how.
It's an
intelligence.
It's an intelligence-based skill.
But my intelligence
Oh no,
is
I have
11.
not.
Your
Are you trained in it?
Intelligence is an 11.
Oh yeah, I guess I am trained in it.
There we go.
That would be.
So, Glint will also roll. He will assist. Who's being the primary person on this?
I guess I am.
I mean, yours is lower. Yours is lower than Shotz.
That's because I'm
Glint
not
is
as
plus
intelligent.
6.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Which
Oh,
what did you
baby,
say?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Glint will roll a culture check to help. Okay, that is a
Culture.
25.
Yeah, I got a 3, so like I'm just as good as everybody else.
Yeah.
Why is
fun fact,
Roll20 not
Glint's the
working
highest.
today?
Glint has a plus 6 to his, but doesn't matter. Yeah, with a 25, you begin to try to suss out a shady bar in a shady part of the town, and you are successful. You go to a place. It just has a sign, but it is old and dirty. It's hard to read, but there's a neon light that just says bar, and just says as the word bar. And it's in the fucking middle of a shady ass neighborhood, and it's just this weird, dingy little place. It's pretty shady. You're probably going to find a criminal here. As you enter, you look around. It is definitely a dive bar. There is there's a long, I keep saying the word bar. There's a long bar, long counter. Bottles of alcohol behind it. There's a big mirror as well that probably hasn't been cleaned in about 6 years. You see a holographic pool table. There are several chairs and tables. All of them have things carved into them. It's not great. It's badly lit. You don't even want to go in the bathrooms to see what the hell awaits you there. There is a Sheeran behind the counter, just sort of standing there. He's like this bigger looking bug. He's kind of looking scary and like not welcoming to talk to at all, which is weird for like a bartender. And as you enter, probably about the 15 people in this place all turn and just look at you.
Well, I feel out of place this well dressed.
How do you do, fellow irreputable sorts? Don't actually say that.
Okay. She did. Shotz just walked right past us to the bar.
No, I don't say that.
Okay, good. I was about to ask. I was like, you could say it, but
we're gonna get killed here. I swear to God.
Ijisu does mutter, like leans over to the others and does say, I feel out of place, overdressed.
Yeah, my kind of place.
Aren't you wearing armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very fashionable armor. And
fair
a hat.
enough. You do have a fancy hat with a giant feather in it.
Yeah, Bussy still has his hat and sword too.
Yeah, the Bussy and the coat. Don't forget the coat.
Oh yeah, he has the coat too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me just imagines there's like a little hanger, like hanging on Bussy, and then the coat's
like a clothes hanger
yes.
on the bottom of it.
No, it's wearing the coat.
It's however you want the coat to be set up.
Yeah.
So you head over. What do you guys do? Do you head to the bar and order some drinks, or?
Yes, absolutely. Space Jaeger for everyone.
Space Jaeger. You get some Space Jaeger. It is unsurprisingly a spacer's drink. Is like invented by like people who spend like their entire lives in space and like barely go down to a planet, and it is like this rough motor oil smelling. It's strong. And fucking people think it's just this strong kind of foul liquor.
Does
you
it
drink
taste...
You want Jaeger bombs, or do you just want
Spager.
shots?
Yeah, I want some Spager bombs.
You get some Spager bombs. Fucking it's Blue Ox, energy drink, and you get these. Hey, look at that, Rin! You finally into the thing.
Into the
Good
thing.
for you.
Oh.
I just saw your name pop up on the Roll20.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it's running real slow for me today.
That's fair. You get some Spager bombs. Everyone roll fortitude save. Pretty low DC, but roll one.
How refined is this?
Refined, like
not at all. I'm guessing.
The
10.
Oh, that's a pass. The atmosphere of the place is not refined. The
no,
drinks.
I mean the drink. Is it good?
No. Like actual Jaeger, it's terrible.
Okay.
Well, hey, you resisted the poison.
It's not a poison. Look,
I do get a plus
come
2
on.
You resisted the first stage of the poison. There's 12 more to go with Spaker.
Yeah, I did. So I got a 20 total.
Excellent, fantastic.
And actually, fun fact, it does count as it. That's why dwarves have poison resistance.
Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. Sure.
Whose is
Of course, the robot fails.
The robot succeeded with DC 5. It's your first drink.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so it probably stacks.
Yeah, it's every time you take another legal drink, like the official, like you guys have to do another check, and it goes up every time you take it. So yeah, this giant like bruiser looking space bug, kind of like. Yeah, they can't speak, but it like clacks its mandibles at you. They always speak telepathically. It clacks at you, and then like very begrudgingly takes your money and makes you drinks. You no point does this bug ever be like, "Do you want to start a tab?" You just like takes her money directly, makes you the drink, and just kind of doesn't say a word to you. Just kind of stares at you, and everyone's kind of looking at who the fuck are these fucking 4 spacers coming in fucking our bar. These fucking out of townies, fucking tourists.
Ah, locals.
So, I can't tell if they're like racist or just don't
Roll
like.
sense motive.
Yeah. Sense motif. Oh, 20.
20? Yeah. You're a bunch of armored people with a robot with a gun on it. You walked into their bar. This is not a place like.
To be fair, all I look like I'm carrying is a knife.
True. You still have like a robot with a gun on it and a man with a sniper rifle. Like Glint has a sniper rifle like on his back. Like it's legal to carry it here, but like they don't know you. You're armed. You walked into their bar, and this is definitely not a place that like you kind of have to like be friends with someone who already drinks here to like come here, kind of vibe. Like,
well, then how do they get anyone here in the first place?
You know, over time, people just like it probably didn't start as a criminal bar, but it became one kind of thing.
The paradox of you need experience to work at this entry-level job.
Yeah. We want you to have just come out of college, but we want you to have 20 years of experience.
Exactly. Yes. But instead of work experience is having shivved a guy in prison.
Cool. Is there a best table?
Yeah, the best table in the place is sort of off in the corner. It's the only booth there. And if you could imagine an 80s movie drug dealer, but a space bug, he's sitting in it.
Oh.
So it has like a weird like shiny shirt on, and
Is that a greaser shirt?
Not a greaser shirt, but like silk Miami drug dealer shirt.
Miami drug dealer. Okay.
Yeah. This guy has on a space bug. This guy has definitely like had a weird shootout with a giant Mac-10, like in this with the cops before kind of thing. Like gives that vibe.
Do they have sunglasses that they don't really need?
Absolutely. They're currently on top of their head because they're inside and it's dark. It's like even I can't wear these. But they're sitting there kind of splayed out, and you see that there's another sort of very bruiser looking Sheeran there as well. But they're off in a corner in a booth that seems to be sort of that's their space. You don't go sit in that booth even if they're not there. Kind of vibe from them with that 20 cents motive.
I take note of that booth. And of whose ass I might need to kick if it needs to be kicked. And then I take the second best booth.
All right, you go to the second best one. There's only one booth in the place, and that is that booth. But there is for best. What is best looking for? Like comfortable or like easily accessible to escape routes? Comfortable.
For
okay.
Ijisu, it means comfortable.
Okay, sure thing. Yeah, you go for a comfortable. You find a series of chairs that seem probably the newest here, with a table that has the least amount of expletives carved into it. There's still some expletives, but not as many. And you sit down. No one comes to help you. What people are still kind of looking at you. They're starting to ignore you a little bit because you're just sort of. You walked in and just didn't make a scene. They're like, okay, weird, but maybe they're here for a reason. So people are sort of starting to ignore you a little bit. The guy in the booth has not. He's still looking at you.
Oh, well, then I just raise my glass and take a sip.
Okay.
If he's watching, then...
Sure, you raise the glass to him. He sort of has this... it's not really a drink. It's more like a gelatin blob. He kind of holds up and is kind of like his weird mandibles kind of like clack at it. You see him sort of like turn to their bodyguard for a second, and then the bodyguard gets up and walks over to your guys' table.
Hello?
You hear in your heads, the bodyguard says, so my boss would like to talk to you. Wondering why you're in here? Why? Plenty of good places for folks like you to drink, and you come here.
Wow, I didn't realize he fancied half elves. They fancy.
It's a he. Thanks for being considerate.
Oh yeah. I should never assume.
You would know. Shirin have, sort of generally their version of like the gender binary is actually 3. There's male, female, and then host. Host, in the common tongue, use they them pronouns. This person's probably masculine based on their pronouns.
Alright.
But yeah, the bodyguard invites you over to the booth.
I'll look to the others, shall we?
Seem on the level?
Okay.
That didn't answer my question at all.
Huh?
I said,
that was a question?
Yeah, do they seem on the level?
Do they seem on the level?
I'll go off that 20 cents motive. They seem like they'll sell you cocaine or the equivalent of cocaine.
Hot dog, let's go.
Probably a markup, but like you can get drugs from this person's a drug dealer of some kind.
So then I say, oh well, they'll sell us space cocaine for a markup, but
fuck yeah, space cocaine. That's all I needed to hear.
I need to make a name for that.
Spokane.
Yeah. I can't just name everything something, okay?
Technically, you can.
I can, but it feels lazy. I already got really with Space Peacock and Spagger. So, but yeah, you walk over to this.
Would you like to spit with them? You know, because sitting down in space.
You're not in space. You're on a planet.
The planet's in space.
There's an atmosphere.
We're technically always in space.
We're on a planet.
Okay. So, you can buy drugs from this man. Do you go buy drugs from this man, or what's the plan here, guys? Do you sit?
I'm just happy I got a laugh out of Aaron. Sorry.
No, it was legit funny. This is why I love her.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go buy some drugs and get information.
I'm not gonna heal Sonya when we go down. Sorry. Dude was fucking raising shit in the chat.
Dark crackle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not healing Sonya. You go over to the booth. There's like the table and the chairs on the other side, and you get the feeling like sit in the chairs. Don't sit in the booth. You sit down. You get you feel a telepathic. Their telepathic abilities reach out to you. Sort of all of you sit down and they say, so come to my bar. You order some drinks. What can I do for you? You guys definitely don't give off cop vibes, which is good.
Yeah,
kind of looks at the word "bussy" on the pirate robot.
It says Captain Bussy now.
It says Captain Bussy because it kind of looks at the Captain Bussy and kind of goes like, "Yeah, you guys aren't cops."
Yeah, we're not cops.
Nah, definitely not cops.
We'd have to tell you if we were spops.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't. It's an undercover operation would never function properly if they had to tell you that. Oh, it's a common space misconception. Let me tell you, it's weird. Also, fuck the cops.
Fuck the police.
I don't think you'd be able to work there if you were near cops, would you? Not for the stuff you do, because you're technically licensed, right?
Car dealership, sure. Fully licensed, got a business license, got the little garage out back. OSHA approved. OSHA's canon. OSHA is canon in all my universes. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Good old Sposha.
I called it OSHA. Oh yeah, fully licensed, of course. So, what fully licensed services and/or products can I get for you fine folk today?
Well, what do you have?
He's gonna roll a.
Yeah, Star Crackle.
Thanks. Oh. He kind of looks at you all.
Just put star in the name of everything. It's not how it works.
But coincidentally, this one is actually named Starcraft.
Now, luckily, this exists, but for future reference, so you don't look like a drug newbie. A spooby, if you will.
So I'm gonna throw shots in a ditch.
I can't wait until Art gets here and he's gonna have no idea what we're doing.
No, it's gonna be, every other word's gonna be something but what the fuck? No, he looks at you all and says, well, that depends. Looking to relax, looking to party, looking.
Oh.
I'm always looking to relax myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind
You
of.
seem like a wound-up rat. Like rat, but not like rat. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, good. So, something chiller, something less intense then.
No, let's go hardcore. Let's do it.
Oh, I like her. Okay. Well, I mean, more hardcore. I got some shit. Blow your mind, might blow someone else up a bit.
Oh.
It all depends on you're smart.
I imagine that is actually what she says.
That's what he says.
No, well, no, I meant
the disappointment in
me.
Oh, yeah. Because look, I got some shit from Astaria, you know. Some less than mundane stuff.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. You guys familiar with Arcane?
Am I familiar with Arcane?
This
Sure.
would probably be a culture check as well.
10.
17.
I will roll for glint.
Culture. 7. Yep, I've heard of it.
You've not.
I'm lying.
Arcane, that's a really great show on Netflix. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Shotz
exactly.
and glint. Actually, you both know what it is. Arcane is a magical drug. It can give you magical abilities for a short period of time. It is highly addictive. If you take too much, you might burst into flames. But it gets you high and it gives you a little bit of magic.
Wait, I don't know that? But
You
Shotz
don't
does.
know that.
I
No,
definitely don't know that.
Shotz and Glint are both aware of this drug. You've heard of it. Shotz, you might have encountered it, like either personally or professionally. You might have like either done it, or maybe you've like known patients that have had like coming down from like withdrawals or
You probably had to deal with a lot of patients in his early, like,
yeah, like on a weird space station in the middle of nowhere. That's just like been like
his
it's
clinic
fucking-
days.
Yeah, you're fucking like yeah, fucking walk-in ER days. Yeah.
Definitely a lot of fun for a little bit. You just don't want to, you know. He does like
Yeah.
a little like.
Yeah, if you're looking for hardcore, that's the hardcore shit I got. That's the most hardcore that I got.
fuck, let's do it.
Okay. Well, I got it on me. Not that stupid.
Of course not. Of course not.
This shit is... It's beyond illegal. It's, you know... Look. You come to my business. We will... you can see some cars. We'll do the rest of this business then. Give me a couple hours, you know?
Sure. I am also aware that we are new here, and...
You don't say.
Yeah.
I hope we'd be aware of it if something messed up happened.
What?
He goes, I hope we'd be aware of it if something real messed up happened on the way here.
You know, some people are, you know, just don't know where they go, and they just float. You know?
Kind of ballsy for you. The first thing you guys come and do when you get here is fucking get some Arcane.
I also realized that we're gonna be paying a new in town fee. So
well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering if we could forego the new in town fee if I can prove that I can go just as hard as you, and I'll hold up the drink and just like a challenge, just to see if he accepts or not.
So you're gonna challenge me to a drinking contest?
Absolutely.
See if I can... Okay. He's gonna roll against that. Roll a persuasion or diplomacy check.
In the off chance she fails miserably, what's the new person's fee?
In the off chance I fail miserably,
what's the fee?
Roll a diplomacy check.
21.
Ooh. Yeah, he kind of like looks at you. You hear like a laugh, kind of. It's kind of this weird noise that comes from the Sharon's body instead of the telepathy. And he agrees because he rolled a 20 actually.
Hey,
Yay.
He likes me.
He thinks you're stupid, but decides, fuck it, why not?
He likes stupid people.
Yeah. So, roll for me a fortitude saving throw.
Yes.
With a slightly higher DC, because you've already had a drink.
28.
Oh, he rolled a natural 1. So that's bad for him. I'm gonna have you roll another one. He's had two failures. You've had a success. So going good for you. Jesus.
Chug.
Oh no. 11.
11. Okay.
Here we go. Party time.
So that is one success. No, that's one success for him. One failure for you. 2 failures for him.
Okay. All right.
Whoever's the first of 3 failures loses.
All right.
are we all not partying?
If you want to do it, if you want to drink, you can drink. This is between them.
Yes, join us.
Damn, how much is he paying attention? Because I want to know if he's not paying attention, Shotz will like take that little tiny gun he has under the table and inject her with something to stabilize her more.
Roll sleight of hand with advantage because he rolled a natural 1 and that fucked him up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna roll
19.
Okay, yeah. You're able to. What do you inject her with?
Probably just like a little quick sobering thing to like nullify, not all of it, but enough that, you know, she's not gonna have a horrible negative to the DC this time.
Well, it doesn't have roll a medicine check for me. Yeah, cool. I'll say you give her like treat poison. And you can roll this next fortitude fortitude check with advantage.
She's in the middle of a drink. Just
I
ow!
needed it.
You needed that. Also, Kasumi, You're drunk now. You're not like hammered. But you're
not drunk.
5.
I'm the only one that's not drunk.
Yeah.
24.
24. You succeed. That is 3 failures for this guy.
I imagine there's just like a pile of like shot glasses turned upside down at this point.
Yeah, there's like 7 in front of each of you. Assuming you have like 3 in front of you and you're not doing great. Shotz, do you drink anymore?
Yes.
Nope, he's had that single drink and then all he's taking.
Shotz is just taking notes on the effects at this point.
Shotz,
he's like, oh man,
everybody.
this is gonna be the best second paper I've ever written this year.
Alcohol, like one of the most understood points of medical science.
Effects of alcohol and stupidity on a bunch of random travelers who just acquired a new ship.
And,
absolutely.
And as this is going on,
it's psychological. It's not like a medical paper. Yeah. Go on.
As this is going on, she'll be talking maybe with just like the slightest hint of a slur, because she's still holding up, and just over the process of drinking, so not like all at once, but as he's getting more drunk. Just talking about their arrival here, and eventually just get to a point where she says, I heard there's a lot of interesting stuff going on around the area, not this planet specifically, but just around, like the series of those government people getting hit. Because he's drunk now and pliable.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and goes, it's sort of like takes seconds. It's a tragedy.
But it's a tragedy for someone in particular. Is it a tragedy for you?
I didn't know them personally. I don't know any Actonian government people. We have business to attend to. So, give me 2 hours. He pulls out this little data pad and taps some things, and sends you the address where his car dealership, his used car dealership is. It says, I'll have a wide selection and sampling for you to see. Who knows? Maybe we'll get you into a hatchback. And sort of like gets up, sort of like holds onto the table. His bodyguard sort of like lets him past. And she's sort of like trying to like not wobble, sort of like leaves the premises.
So I didn't really get much information out of that.
You did not.
Did he seem like he knew something?
I'll roll another sense motive for me. I'll roll this. Check against that. Not great for him. 7. No. He doesn't seem like. It seems like he is a career criminal, and you asked him about illegal activity, and he immediately just went like, automatically, even just like, I don't know anything about that. Which is like, even if he wasn't involved, there's sort of like the criminal code, like you don't say shit, you don't omit anything to anyone, unless you're like doing business about it. Like they wasn't doing that business with you. You might know something, might not have, but you're just like, no, I don't know anything. But yeah, you have 2 hours. You're gonna go to a used car lot owned by a criminal to buy drugs out of the back of a hatchback. not exactly where I thought this was going to go, but I'm not disappointed because that's fun. And maybe you guys will buy a car. After the fucking going there, you could probably fit one on your ship, to be honest. Anything else, guys, do in this shady ass bar?
Is there a like a computer, like a terminal or anything that I can connect to?
In the bar, no. Not really.
But like something nearby that someone who goes here might utilize.
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, because I'm 1 point drunk.
Yeah, you're a little drunk.
17.
17. Looking around there, like the till is a computer, but you probably couldn't have access to that. There's like a phone, like sort of like a public use phone here, but there's no like terminal to connect to that you could get access to without raising some alarms. Now, not in the building at least.
So, but no place where I can like.
What are you trying to do exactly?
So I was hoping like to find some place that I might be able to like access, like a place that like people can access, like either whatever space internet is or spinternet.
Sure, if you want to access the internet here, space internet is called the exonet, by the way. You can access the planetary internet with your data pad. You have like a computer on you that you can use to access the internet easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if there's like an ATM, a space ATM, if you will.
It's ATM. There's an ATM in the bar, sure. Yeah.
And the idea being that I could connect and try to see if anyone matching the description of our bounty is around or has been here before or to nearby areas, and two, if they have ever withdrawn or deposited anything.
If you're going to try to hack into the ATM to get information off of who accessed it, Jesus. If you're just going to go do that, it's going to look weird as hell because, you could definitely try. But if you want to do it hidden, you have to do stealth checks with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yeah.
And then a computers check after that stealth check to access it, and if you fail, again, disadvantage because you are drunk, it would probably lock you out and like, set an alarm off.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is sober up.
Sure thing. They'll take you a little bit of time. If you want to check, like if there's been any sightings of Clara around, the internet's probably not the best place to do that. You could ask some people, or you could go to the police and be like, "Hey, we're bounty hunters hunting this bounty. Has there been any reports near recently?" But the internet to look up, like that's not some place you could that's not something you could find in the internet to see if there's any sightings.
Okay.
Around. Yeah.
So for those 2 hours, she'll take a little bit to sober up first, and then ask around.
Sure thing. Yeah. You drink a cup of coffee. I'll probably take you a little while. In the meantime,
it might take me faster because I filter it or I have that thingy.
You do have resistance to poison. I'll keep that into consideration. Kasumi and Shotz, what are you guys doing after 2 hours?
I got the
Can I get the robot drunk?
No, it's a robot.
All right. Shotz, I need you to help me engineer a way to filter out all of the robot's oil and replace it with alcohol.
You know, now don't get me wrong, it would be hilarious. Problem isn't the robot couldn't move anymore.
Clearly you're not drunk enough. More shots.
You drink more?
Yes.
Okay, roll the fortitude check. Shotz, are you drinking?
Hey.
Nope.
Yeah, you get drunker, but you don't get less. You don't get any bonuses. You just have some more drinks, be able to like keep your slightly addled wits about you.
Yeah.
What do you do this time, Shotz? Do you talk to people? Do you ask around? Do you fucking offer weird back alley medical service for 2 hours? Like, what's your plan?
Yeah, at that point, while everyone's sobering up or getting drunker, he's like, you know, hey, you got a problem? I can fix it.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Oh no, this is just straight
Roll
0-0.
diplomacy check.
I step in behind him and I say, "It's true.
Oh, whoops!
If
It's
you got a
this
problem,
guy's.
he can fix it."
12. Okay, I'm
You
gonna
got
roll. I want to roll. This is wisdom. They're like these are essentially like bandits, so they have a high wisdom.
I go. I wanna just step up behind him and be like, "It's true, and he can fix anything. You see this arm? Looks broken, doesn't it?" And they're like, "No." And I say, "That's because he fixed it."
Roll a diplomacy check with disadvantage to see if you can aid him. That's an A. So that's a 14 to the diplomacy check. I will roll some stuff. Okay.
He'll even do the thing where like he opens the lab coat to see like some. Hang on.
Set of drugs. It's like a scalpel and bandages. Just like medical supplies in the inside of your coat. You're the weirdest, fully legal licensed doctor. And yeah,
Frontier medicine, the best thing ever.
You start talking to like some people, and they're like, "Hey, you have any like weird back alley medicine you need to do? I can do it." People are like, "No, man." One guy goes like, just like, "Okay," and like opens his shirt, and there's just like a knife in his stomach, just like, "Yeah, I could use some help."
The knife is still there.
It is still there.
That escalated
He's fully at the bar, like he was drinking, like he was there before you got here, and so just like a lot of blood, and he's like, one, been drinking, and two, suffering a lot of blood loss, so he's not doing good.
It's just that like, because everybody else on the station was a mess too, so he's just like walks up, anesthesia, knife out, seal the wound, start like working on like antibiotic.
No. You don't get to say what you do. You don't roll a medicine check to make sure you don't fucking this guy up more.
Bam! Natural 20.
Yeah, you just kind of like, "You're okay, buddy," kind of like give him a shot. I think you need to put this out and just like, and just be like, "All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Is just gonna like, we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna do it easily. Just take like, all right, we'll just take a second and just pull the knife out and wait while you're talking to the guy. Doesn't even notice it. And you just like take out like a stapler, like it's a sterile stapler, like and you just start. The guy looks down and goes, "Oh shit!" as you staple him shut. And he's great. He's fine. You fully treated his wound, and he heals 2 hit points.
He just has that like absent-minded. There you go, and pats him on the wound. Be like, "Ooh, don't worry. That's not gonna feel good in like an hour, but for now, it'll be fine."
The guy, 1, blood loss, 2, drunk, 3 on anesthesia. Not a great mix. This goes, "Thank you, doctor," and just like gives you like 100 physical credits. Because criminals, they don't use like banks like that. Says, "Thank you very much," and stands up and just thud, falls over. He's fine. He just has a lot of chemicals and not enough blood.
Give him that like head pat. It'll be fine. Give him like
just give him some water.
Give him like an hour and then a lot of water. He'll be fine.
My favorite part of this.
Some space.
Yeah, my favorite part of this is that he's gonna wake up and be like, "Who the fuck saved my life?"
Yeah, you won't
No,
know.
the funnier thing is gonna be he's gonna wake up and remember that there's a tiny talking rat that fixed him, and he's gonna think didn't happen. It's all in his head That shit's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, he thinks you're a chinchilla, not a hamster.
Oh no.
A ferret healed him and left without saying a word.
Everyone see the magic bunny? What the fuck happened to me? Yeah, so he just passed out, and like the bartender kind of like grabs him and puts him on a table. So he's like kind of like looks like he was just drinking. And you spend some time doing that, making sure this guy won't die. Kasumi drinks more, and Shotz, Jisu, you sober up.
Yeah.
Roll another diplomacy check to ask around if anyone's seen Clara.
My God.
No one has. You asked about Clara. You know what she looks like. There is a picture of her. There's also that video, in the bounty files. You ask, oh, I've seen this android, and there's like people are like, no, not really. You learn that there is like an android that lives nearby, but they don't fit the description. One person says like, yeah, it's an android, and points at Glint. Which honestly, Glint, I think. Glint. I think he actually kind of looks like a little bit like Clara. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. They have similar haircut, honestly. But no one besides your android friend, which you know isn't Clara 247, looks like Glint around. Looks like Clara around here.
Man, my rolls have been.
Your rolls have been
back and forth.
Yeah, they've. Hey. That's D&D. But the 2 hours are starting to come to a close. You can all head out to that dealership. It's nearby. It's a couple blocks away. You pull up. I'd say you guys probably could walk there. It's easy enough. You walk there. It's called Big Berry Bugs. Best rate beaters. And it has like a weird like logo by like a small business that has never hired like a marketing team of this kind of like larger bug, kind of like a thumbs up and wearing like sort of like very like working class. Come get your stuff. And you see a series of
that's his motto
reasonably,
too.
Huh?
That's his motto too. Working class. Yeah. Come get your stuff.
Working class vehicles for the working class bug. And you see a series of very sensible, honestly, for a place owned by criminals, pretty reasonably priced used cars. There's like some minivans, some sedans, a couple hatchbacks. There is sort of like the one really nice car they have that's like on a bit of a platform. There's two like kind of older like definitely kind of like weekend warrior motorcycles. But yeah, you show up. You see that they do have a little garage attached to it, and there are some like mechanics sort of lounging around. They're not doing anything right now. Some of one of them is smoking a cigarette. And you see your 1980s silk shirt wearing.
Shut down.
What was that? Shay?
Did your computer shut down, hon?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's coming back. Give her a moment.
Fair enough. I was like, oh, you're frozen.
She is frozen.
Sorry, everyone. A little bit of technical difficulties.
Difficulty.
It happens.
The fuck?
Has it been like super weird, like the other day?
Something on my C drive flipped out.
See the CD drive flipped out? Okay. Yeah. Well, Shay gets her stuff in order. Whoa, Shotz and Kasumi, you guys see these people and your drug dealer friend there. What? Do you guys do anything in advance?
Shotz, what you want to do?
It's a good question. I don't know. She was gonna do all the talking, so I guess I would say stand menacingly, but
you're going to stand around menacingly.
I'm gonna have to stand menacingly on your shoulders because I really don't put off menacing when I barely come up to some people's boots.
Alright, what did I miss?
Everything.
Everything. We started World War VII.
Yeah, no, it's going
we
bad.
Did. We
There's
didn't do anything
dead.
while we waited for you.
Shotz is a warlord. No. You just pull up to the used car lot, and there is, like, you see the mechanics by the garage. One of them is smoking a cigarette. You see your silk shirt-wearing friend, big, chunky, like, I forgot to mention there, like big, gaudy, like, gold necklaces. Like, he has, like, 3 of them. And you see his bodyguard, and they're sort of like waiting out front, sort of like pretending to inspect one of the vehicles, like doing like oh, I'm the owner, and I'm like making sure shit like is all checked out. And they're waiting for you. If you guys want to stand menacingly behind Ijutsu, which does this, that's intimidation checks.
Absolutely menacing. Do I get a bonus for the robot?
Wait, what?
You do not.
What am I doing?
Does the robot get to make him
No.
intimidate?
I'll give you a sec. Shay, is it just your friends are going to stand behind you and try to look scary.
Okay.
Yeah. I sure if you want the robot to make, does the robot have like a 0 charisma?
You'd be surprised.
Sure.
The pussy is very appealing to everyone.
I'll let the robot roll instead of you. I won't let you both roll.
Here's the thing. It doesn't even have the intimidate skill.
Okay, cool. So free roll intimidation check. Kasumi, the robot is part of it. You have this robot with a gun, and that's like, I have a robot with a gun.
I have robot with a cool jacket and a pirate hat. First of all, clarification.
Shotz
5.
Glint will just be kind of.
I'm
like,
incredibly
okay,
drunk right now,
and just kind of like crosses their arms and kind of looks a little awkward. Does Shotz try to look scary?
Intimidation pose exe.
Yeah, execute intimidation.
That exe error.
Trying to think on whose shoulder
Intimidation
Shotz would be
EXE.
standing on.
Intimidation exe has failed to load.
He's standing on the pussy, just arms folded.
The robot? Sure, roll a fucking intimidation check. You don't get any bonuses, but you can roll intimidation check.
Yes, the other thing I have absolutely nothing in.
Yeah! You guys suck at this.
Yeah, I high five Shotz.
Yeah, we're so scary. They completely don't even look at you. They're just like, your friends are here, cool. He kind of walks up to you, Ijutsu.
Friends like you're cool.
Kind of look at them like,
Hey,
you guys are just standing there.
How's it going over there? Did you get the information about drugs? You're welcome.
Beautiful. They kind of like all look around and be like, what the fuck? And kind of like look around, like make sure there wasn't just like a beat cop nearby. But you get
Foreigners are weird.
to the hatch, to a literal like, just like a 4-door family hatchback. And they open up the trunk of it, and inside you see there are three sort of like cocaine bricks, essentially.
Yeah.
All wrapped up. Except one is blue, one is green, and one is red.
Ooh, color coded.
Yes. Says these are the current flavors I have available. You got fire, you got ice, and you got poison. Not poisonous. Well, not more poisonous than the others.
I mean, technically it is poison, but I get
Yeah,
what
it's
you're saying.
technically, but it's not like it won't.
It's not lethal
Yeah.
until
it's
you
not
take too much, and in
Well,
which
of
case
course.
it is.
and too much of a good thing is always bad, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And these you want to buy a full brick like this, sure thing. If you want to buy something smaller, I get it. That's fine. But if you want to do a little sample, I'll let you try a bit, you know, first time buyer, see what you like.
Kasumi, shots.
Shots. I pass out more shots.
No, you had too many.
Or maybe not enough.
Do you go do drugs?
Let's go do drugs.
Okay.
There's a sample offered for these 3 flavors.
Fire, ice, poison. You want to try some?
Yes.
Which flavor?
Frost.
Okay.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
I did that on purpose.
I had to take a second to be like, you mean guys, but it's fine.
Yeah, he did say Frost. Yeah.
He takes out a knife and stabs it into one of the bricks, and has a little bit of Arcane, and it like glows slightly, and holds it up to you. Holds up and lets you snort it.
Neat. If you do take it. No.
Yeah, excellent.
Go ahead.
Then roll for dude saving throw.
Oh, I thought he was going to warn me. No?
Nope.
Okay.
No, if you do take it, I need you to roll a thing. I just want to tell you to roll a thing.
Alrighty, I'll roll a thing.
A lot of drugs today. A lot of imbibements.
A lot of drugs today.
Jeez, I'm the one that's like the straight edge in this game. This sucks.
You're just the doctor. You're just like, I'm not doing weird drugs on the fucking
and
used car lot.
This was your choice, doctor.
I've watched everyone
15.
explode on all these various drugs, so I'm gonna not do any of them.
You snort it. At first thing that it immediately makes your entire nasal passage and like your throat and like down to your lungs it's like breathing in cold air. You can't see this, but because it's your eyes, but your pupils go kind of like get giant. And you feel energetic. You feel great. You feel like you conquer the goddamn world. You're pretty sure you have superpowers now. And you kind of do. You get 2 points that you can spend to do essentially like a ray of frost until a long rest. If you want to cast, you use 2 points. You can use 1 point to cast it once, or 2 points to cast it a little bit stronger. And it's based off your Constitution. So you add your Constitution modifier to an attack roll. But yeah. So you have a little bit of magic, and you feel fucking great. You feel real good, Kazumi. Shit's fun.
How do you
This
feel?
is more like it. I feel like I could punch an elemental in the dick.
That's very specific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, you want some? You want to looking for some frost? I would recommend your friend here trying another taste until.
Oh no, they only get one.
No,
Sure.
give me fire.
No.
Let's mix them.
No,
Mix them up.
absolutely not.
Let's do it.
No. You can do that somewhere else. You can't do it here.
Fucking narc.
I don't give a shit what you do once you leave. But you're on my property. You snort by my rules.
No wild magic until we're done.
Yeah, not until you're out of here. Not until you're out of here. I don't need someone exploding in my front yard.
How much for a brick?
For a full brick? I'd probably pass for a full brick for 500 credits.
How much for half a brick?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit there.
How much for half a brick?
Half a brick? I'll be fair, 250.
Sounds good. Let's see. How many uses would it be? And I'm asking out of character.
Yeah, absolutely. Uses would be for half a brick. I'll give you 15 uses.
That's a lot.
Yes, I will say, because it was just a sample, that like if you guys do buy this and keep using it, you can get addicted to this.
buy a sample?
No, but like if you guys buy the drugs and like use them a bunch, you could become addicted to it. So just heads up. Or overdose. There's risk to using these drugs, but you can actually buy on. Just a mechanically heads up.
Yeah. Ijisu's got kind of has other thoughts, other ideas on her mind because this gives magic. So it's like, how can I turn this drug into a magic thing? And it's less about snorting it and more about utilizing it.
Are you going to try to make magic bullets out of the drugs?
Maybe.
Oh, I love your brain.
He just slowly starts looking over at Shotz, and he's just sitting there like, what?
Oh, you can't just inject someone with a bunch of drugs. Just mix it with saline and overdose a guy with Arcane. Oh.
Hey, buddy, chill out. Bam. Haha, now you're addicted.
He just starts screaming as like he just like turns into an ice statue. Just like, holy shit. Do you buy half a brick? Or do you buy a full brick?
What do y'all think? Half or full?
Full brick.
I'd like your opinions.
Full brick, full brick, full brick, and you just start scratching uncontrollably.
I like her idea. I like her attitude.
Shotz, your vote counts as 2.
Why? He's not even using it.
Exactly, that's why it counts as 2.
Hey, don't make me the knock on here. I wouldn't buy that stuff only because I do recreational things. None of this fancy stuff that's, multicolored and everything. I'm a snob. That being said, why not get a whole brick?
Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I just write my.
Change his mind.
All right.
I just write myself whatever I want. I don't need none of this.
Here's what we want. I want half of the. Also, am I not paying for the out of character? Am I not paying for the new person fee?
You beat him at the thing, and this guy's like, all right, cool. You seem sort of like, yes, you're not paying the new person.
Cool.
Fee.
I'd like half of the fire, half of the ice.
Okay, I will warn you. Do not mix. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like,
don't do it.
No.
It can get messy. They actually will do it in front of you. They will they measure one of the bricks, the little scale, so you can see how much it weighs, and then they measure half of the ice one, half of the fire, and you get these drugs for 500 credits.
Do I, as this is all going on, I imagine Ijisu is kind of like, trying to continue to get a beat on these people, and,
Sure.
And including like how she asked before, does it seem safe to ask them about ask them about Clara?
Roll a sense motive.
God damn it!
Trying to get a sense on them. You're not quite certain, as like they're sort of measuring out and making a little bit of small talk with you. You see this bodyguard is measuring it out. He has continued to like go around and be like, and this fine 4-door hatchback, trying to be like, in case someone's watching, be like, and like, look at this car you're thinking of buying. They finish measuring it out. They give you the drugs. He actually says, "You guys interested in buying a car? We got a couple in the lot."
How much
This
for the
is
motorcycles?
like actually this is a car lot. So I was looking for a car.
How much are the motorcycles?
Motorcycles, I can probably, getting goes over to them. There's like this like big like giant, like, I forget what those are called, like ape like monkey handles, I think they're called, like ape something like that. They get the like very big like Harley Davidson kind of like hog type motorcycle. Other one is like this slightly sleeker, more like like racing style one. The sort of lowrider probably like 2,000 credits, and the sleeker one probably 2,500.
I feel like Yujisu kind of like walks around the sleeker one, studying it for a little bit.
It's nice. It's a decent motorcycle.
I may be back.
Sure thing.
Oh, I was talking to the motorcycle, sorry. But yes, I may be back.
Oh! Sure, yeah. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, so you're paying attention to the motorcycle. Shotz, roll me a perception check. Because Kasumi's high. And Jisoo is looking at motorcycles. Shotz, you're sitting there, kind of looking around. I'm looking for glint as well, actually, but that's 19's really good. 18, yeah. Yeah, you both notice the very nice SUVs pulling up with blacked out windows.
Shotz is kind of like he's trying to play it cool, but he gives that thing of like where he's looking at Ijitsu, because he knows Kasumi isn't gonna fucking see shit except colors at this point and smells. So he's just kind of like head nudge towards the car or the vehicle just pulled up.
Yeah. Ijitsu, you kind of look up. You see Shotz kind of like look over and kind of like gesture to like this SUV pulled up. It has stopped. You see people gotten out. They're all dressed fairly nice. Actually, to say they're dressed very nice.
I don't feel underdressed anymore.
Yeah, they sort of stand. They sort of don't approach. They sort of like you see about 4 of these very well dressed. You see mostly Sharon. One human is there as well. Then from the other side, another SUV pulls up, and more people get out, very well dressed. They stand there, and they're sort of watching. And your drug dealer turns to you and says, "Yeah, so you see that?" He points up at a security camera on his place. He says, "So that got you guys buying drugs from us."
Oh. Wow.
Oh, Shay cannot hear you.
Gotta speak up, hun.
Oh, I say, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, alright.
Yeah. You can see where this is going, I hope.
Huh?
You can see where this is going, I hope.
Yeah, oh shit, I had to come back for that.
I'm going to say that Ichisu forgot her comeback.
I did, but she is gonna look at him, kind of ignore him, and say, "So, who are the suits?"
Fellow employees of my employer. You know, my boss. So you've been asking. You asked me earlier. Granted, a little sauced. Well, my boy, and sort of points over at his bodyguard. Says, he noticed. Yeah, I did hear about those killings. You know. Yeah. The person that killed those guys, she killed my boss. My old one.
Is this good for you or bad for you?
Oh, this should be real bad for me.
Uh-huh.
So, we're curious, but why you're looking for this person. I think we can come to understanding. I doubt you're against us with wanting them, but we feel like we should know what you know. You know?
No. I'm sorry, it seemed natural to say that. It just felt good with the flow.
Okay. So we could kick your teeth in, or you could tell us.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah. Oh, and then we kick your teeth in, and then, we pass that video on to the cops.
You're making it real hard to do business with your friend.
No, I'm not. I'm making it really easy to do business with me.
How many
tell us what we know, and we don't kick your teeth in and throw you in jail.
How many people are in here?
There's him. You see the mechanics in the back have grabbed some heavy-looking tools. So about 3 of them, the bodyguard, and then 8 more pulled up in the cars. So 13. You gotta tell us what you know. What you know to tell us why you want to find this person.
So I want to and this is out of character because I don't want to do something that anybody else wants to do. I suddenly really want to kill this guy.
He is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you know,
I don't want to put us into a situation that nobody wants to be in, though.
Yeah.
So I want approval from the other players.
Sure thing. I will sort of lay out the situation right now. It doesn't feel like they are going to be unreasonable about this, despite the threats. That's what I'll say. So yeah, Rin, Frost, Kusumi at this point would recognize the danger. Shotz, you recognize the danger.
I'm high off my ass.
You're what?
I wouldn't recognize the danger. I'm high off my ass.
Actually, yeah. Roll a will check to see if you can recognize the danger. Let's make this a roll.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, something's up. Something definitely does.
You guys are really harshing the mellow.
The vibe is they've definitely killed the vibe.
Yeah, killing the mood here.
Does it seem like this is not winnable for us?
They threatened not to kill you, so you know that.
They'll definitely send us to jail.
Yeah, there's a lot. Maybe. I'll say the odds are not in your favor right now.
You know, I remember him saying that about the pirates too. I think we got this.
Against 13 people?
A couple of hand grenades will even that out.
I do have a bunch of grenades.
I will also say, you are in a...
They all have grenades.
Mm-hmm.
You're not fighting pirates on the deck of a ship. Will have... If you guys do this and pull out guns, start firing, you will be engaging in a shootout in the middle of a city. People have phones and there are police around.
Aren't we inside?
Sure, but gunshots are gunshots. And a grenade is not quiet. You can't hide a grenade explosion, you know?
No.
Slave 1 says otherwise.
No, but there is a very nice set of motorcycles that make a good getaway.
That is... Look. You might be able to win them in a fight. You could steal some motorcycles from the mob and get away. These are definitely options. They do have you on video buying drugs. Whatever you guys want to do in this situation, I will not judge you.
So we kill the one who's filming it so that there's no evidence.
There's cameras.
Oh, hold on.
None of us are.
Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, those don't exist.
Okay, so
EMPs everything.
What exactly are you doing with that computer, Shaq?
Nothing. I just wanted to fuck around.
Okay, cool.
Because you were like, it's cameras. It's like, no, they're not. Cameras. Hacked.
Yeah, you guys, you guys could absolutely fight these guys, and if you win, you could absolutely erase the cameras, like the video. Excuse me. Absolutely. I will remind you, what they have asked is, what do you know, and why you after Clara?
So I'm actually not threatening these people. I'm just enjoying the ride. So it's whatever everyone else does.
I understand, but that's what they've asked, and they've seemed to have gone about it in a very mob way, which is like, we'll kick the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But they're the mob, so.
Yeah. Plus, directly affects this person, so they'd probably very important to learn for them.
Yeah. Fire apparently killed their boss.
I mean, well, we a little something. They don't like her, obviously.
Well, you've also got information, so I can't kick your teeth in. Well, I could, but do they even have teeth?
They have mandibles.
You could bust a mandible. Let me tell you, those are hard as shit to heal.
Kind of like teeth, you kind of can't. And if you lose one, you kind of fucked.
I mean, you know, little organic gel. It'll hold on.
That's true. This is the future.
It'll feel real weird for a little bit, like you have fake teeth, but yeah. Why don't we just you give, we get, everybody goes happy, especially Kasumi. She's gonna be super happy for a while.
What's the go plan here? This is what he's saying. Like, what's the plan here? Me and my boys gonna rough you up, jump you off in front of the precinct, or you're gonna answer our questions.
All right.
You get to keep the drugs.
What
do you know about Clara? Why are you looking for her?
Quite honestly, we don't know much. That's why we're here.
What do you know?
Doing a lot of killing. Your boss ain't the only one.
Yeah, we heard. Making a bit of a name herself.
I'm excited to meet her.
Frankly, so are we.
And what do you want with her?
Oh, we want to kill her.
Hmm.
Yeah, she shot our boss. So, when we find her, she won't die for a while, but she'll die.
And here's the thing. We need her alive.
Okay. Why?
Well, you're not the only one who wants the prize.
Ah. Looking for a bounty.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Look. So, you don't know much about her. Tell us a little what you know. Why you're looking for her. That's the deal. We're good?
What about you? What do you know? You mentioned you knew something.
Well... okay. Before I tell you, let's set a ground rule. You're looking for her. We're looking for her. Whoever gets her first, gets her first. You know? We'd like to get her. If you bring her to us, instead of whatever you're going to bring her, all the better. If you don't, we'll find her.
How much are you offering if we bring her to you?
Give you a bit of cash. Set you up for a bit.
How much we talking?
I can't promise anything. I can promise a reward. We'll discuss that. If you bring her to us, we'll discuss it. And we will pay handsomely. I can guarantee that. And from what I know, a couple years ago, some people, some disputes happened between some folk here, and one of the two parties of this engagement ended up dead. It happens. Happened a couple more times. A name started floating around. Some android. No offense to your friend there, but creepy fuckers. Got the dead eyes. The voice, it fits. Sort of like they have a weird reputation. Sure, used to sell their skills. Absolutely. Next thing you know, this name is floating on a little bit more. Instead of, your average, Joe Schmo out there and wants to off their wife or something like that. Suddenly, one of our boys go down. Shot to the head. His name gets floating again. Clara. Next thing we know, some other people. Not even from our group. Someone hired us. Independent contractor. Boom. Headshot. Clean and efficient. Every time. This keeps happening. Crossrower. His name keeps coming up again and again and again. Clara, the new big shot in town. Fucking Angel of Deaths or fucking some shit. And one day, our boss stepped out of his car. Boom. Head. Giant hole in it. Didn't even hear a shot. She had a silencer, or she was far away, something. Dead. Her name came up again. Fucking Clara. Next thing we heard, same thing. No shot heard. Headshot. Name. Clara. This time, an Acton. With fucking rats. They're fucking, collectivist bullshit out there. Some low-level bureaucrat. Who knows what happened? Then, some fucking guys out there. Some fucking, enforcers for whatever shit they got going on out there. Okay, name. Clara came out. She's been advertising herself. Most people know what she's doing. She's good at it, but she killed her boss. Gotta take revenge. Honor demands it.
Tell me, does your business have any competition right now?
Yeah.
Not generalities, but for what you do.
Yeah, we ain't the only. We're not colony wide, We handle stuff here in the city. But, there are other families here. Absolutely, yeah.
You got a list of their names?
Look, if we had what I'll give you. Sorry, I'm trying to capture. God damn it. Look. You want to hunt down Clara. We don't know who pulled the trigger. Or who hired her to pull the trigger. We can't prove anything. She's an independent contractor. Part of that is she probably didn't even know. But we're thinking the nail shosh. Alright? They control shit. Spaceport. That's their territory. A lot of money goes through there. A lot of places. A lot of opportunities there.
And are these the only ones that
That's just what we think. That's what we are thinking. We can't prove shit. We're not gonna start a war over a theory. We want to make sure. one of the reasons we want Clara. See if she has anything on who hired her. You know, a lot of these independent types, they keep records. You know, in case someone decides to turn her in, she can fuck them right back. You know? Protection. So we're hoping she has some shit like that she's willing to turn. If she does, you know, she won't be alive, but it won't take long. Hopefully.
Well, at least we have a name to go off of.
Nell Shosh. Talk to them. All we got.
I wish I could say it's been a pleasure doing business with you, but the threats kind of sours everything.
Yeah, well, fucking the life, you know?
Guess so.
Yeah. Enjoy your drugs. Oh. 1 second. Sort of whistles, and this little like techie looking bug comes out of the back room and hands you a hard drive. Good news, business, yeah. It's the only copy.
Sense motive.
Absolutely.
God damn it!
Oh, this guy's a fucking professional capo, man. You know. He is not lying. He rolled an 8. He rolled a fucking 8. I was like, oh, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be fine. And then it's like, oh shit.
Shotz just looks over at Ijitsu, gives a big, like, knowing nod.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, Shotz, you've kind of like your words like criminals, but like you knew criminals growing up. Like you've dealt with people like your clan has like had to like grease some palms. You know these types of people, and you're like, yeah, this is fine.
Okay, if this is the only copy, then Ijisu's gonna do the thing where she flips it up in the air, and then is gonna do the quick draw and just shatter it.
What are you using to shatter it?
The knife.
The knife? Sure thing.
Yeah, I'm not showing off everything right now.
Absolutely. I'll just say, yeah, you absolutely, like, you pull the knife out, use a little bit, I won't make you spend an entry point, but use a little bit of your power and just, like, hit it, and it just kind of, like, bursts. And the guy, I'm gonna roll for him. He is visibly like, oh, shit. And you can see just for a second, it's like, I'm kind of glad we didn't fight these guys. But yeah, so you guys can leave the used car lot, Big Bugberries, beaters, and yeah, you guys can check out the Nell Shosh, which is the mafioso family that controls the spaceport, or you guys can do whatever else you want. That's a lead you got from these guys.
Before we leave, I do want to do a quick perception check to see just like where the keys are hanging to this thing, like behind the desk or anything.
Sure, roll perception check.
28.
28. Sure. You can't see them. They are not held behind the counter. They're probably held like in a vault or a safe. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in the back. That's your assumption, but you don't see it. Probably they don't keep it out in the open for this exact reason.
Yeah, but I have an idea of where they'll be.
They're probably either in like the mechanics, probably a copy in the garage and in the manager's office.
Cool.
Yeah. For when you come back to rob them, which I assume you're planning.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Look.
Again, they're the mob.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got someone who can turn the cameras off. I think...
Are they standard size keys? Because, Shotz can put up to a cubic foot in his mouth.
Yeah, they're Kirk keys, man. Like they're not.
He's just like packing his cheeks with car keys and shit.
Can fit a bunch of keys to your cheek pouches.
Then he just squeezes between like a foot space. Like, all right, carry me away. Let's go.
Absolutely could do if you guys want to come and round
Look,
them up.
Look, they threatened us.
Yeah, they did.
And
I mean, like playing devil's advocate, they're the mob, so of course they're gonna threaten.
I'm not saying they're good guys. I'm saying they're the mob.
Hmm. You also said they're only local, which means they're small time mob.
They are within the city.
Oof.
They control a good portion of the city, which on an intergalactic level is like it doesn't seem that much, but like if you're in the city, like and you piss them off, they might fuck with you.
That's if they know we stole it.
That's if they know you stole it. That is absolutely true. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, know what? Fuck it. You guys, rob the mob. Fuck it, I don't care. It's gonna be fun for me either way. Yeah. So you guys, I assume you guys leave.
Yeah.
First thing we need to do is get Kasumi sobered up.
Yeah, Kasumi, you're fucking
riding the ice dragon.
You are having a great time, and then the mood got real serious, and now like the high isn't fun anymore. So that's not enjoyable.
I smack her in the butt, so it's fun again.
What would that roll be?
Yes.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Well, here.
Hey, now I roll high.
Is Kasumi into that?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. It's fun again. You guys head out. I'm gonna check. Time's it. We're gonna probably take.
You can take a break now if you like.
Yeah, we'll do a 10-15 minute break. I need to get some water.
Sure, sounds good. 10 minutes. Let's not do 15, because then
10 minutes.
We'll run a little late. Yeah, so we'll be back in a couple minutes, y'all. Stay tuned for more.
I was gonna have Ijutsu like take a little anti-drug thing in her hand when she slaps the. So it's like, there you go. Just wear the drug off. It'll be fine. I've dealt with this a dozen times. It's cool.
What's up, boy?
Hey.
I just need to check something.
Gonna commit all the space crimes.
Don't you mean the spimes?
The spimes.
I'm gonna kill this fucking goblin. Jesus Christ. Are you familiar with Dimension 20?
Yes.
Have you watched their new series?
I have not yet. No, I've seen some like little clips online.
Yeah. It's sci-fi, and I'm looking at this. The system is really cool. It's a full conversion to Star Wars for 5th edition.
Oh wow, hell
all
yeah!
5th edition rules, except it's just like there's like new classes, new races, and all that shit, and new like spells and spell casting stuff like that. But it's all 5th edition rules.
Yes.
And if I knew, I might have switched over to that system because it does have like a better ship system for like upgrading stuff like that. So, but oh well, we're doing Starfinder.
It's fine. This is good.
Yeah, I do know people can, whatever. My next campaign I want to run eventually. I'm doing a post-by-play with some friends of this. It's my system. It's my setting. I called the Godwood, which is set within a forest within one of my larger my world we're playing in is called Astaria, name of one of the planets. That's my fantasy setting. The particular forest called the Godwood, and in that forest lives the things called creature critters, which are like rodents and moles and squirrels and rats and like hedgehogs that are all sentient, and they have a tiny little society. And I would love to run like a full campaign in that setting.
Well, that'd be great. Like, oh god, what's the name of it? The mouse one.
Yeah, Mouse Guard. I've talked about it in chat before. But yeah, I would full just like there's magic. It's set in the fantasy world, so there is magic. But it's all like little bit cutesy with an underlying like really sinister sort of like world to it. So it's just like you're little mouse people named like Gregory and Dave, and there's one named Pancake, and you're in the midst of a brutal civil war, and the church is corrupt.
It's like I'm Buttons, and there's a plague that causes your face to rot off.
My name's Buttons, and I saw my daddy get shanked by a man over a single coin. It's just like, oh fuck. Yeah, so I really want to run a full campaign with in the Godwood because I think it's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be cool.
I'm running a play-by-post with some friends of it, and one of the mole's name's Crimbo. Crimbo Stouthill, and that's the best name. That's the best name for anything.
I love Crimbo anything.
Sorry. Yeah, Crimbo's great. I love Crimbo. Oh. I'm very excited for this, for you guys to continue on this path. It's going to be very, very fun.
It's okay. Ark didn't tell me any of the details other than we have a bounty, so I have no idea what money, like, turning her in the normal way would get us. So these mobsters are going to be like, oh, it's like 1,000 credits. And he'll be like, wow, that sounds like a great deal.
Yeah.
I was off writing a dissertation. I have no idea how much this thing is worth.
Part of the reason you're doing this is you're trying to join a bounty guild.
Ooh, hell yeah.
called the Firejacks. And they sent you off on one of these. They picked like a relatively lower bounty, just to be like, yeah, go if you can get this person, bring them back, dead or alive. Alive pays more, obviously.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. So.
Just a sec.
Sure. I'm all alone now. Huh.
We
Back. Is that Rena here, or did I not hear it?
It's me.
I know you're back. I saw you. You're old news. I already knew you were back.
I know I'm old news. I'm so old. It's a 1940s radio announcer. Whenever they talk about me.
That's not. It took me a second to be like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you're being mean to yourself. No.
Haha, self-depreciating.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and laugh, because then you wouldn't be smiling.
Exactly. Look, I have the face for radio and the voice for radio and everything else.
Oh, voice for radio is a compliment.
Yeah, but only for the sound effects of a radio show.
I do love that he's got a face for radio is a fucking hilarious insult. I love that. Man's got a face for radio. Such an old timey one too.
Because you're like, okay, well that, and then you think about it like, wow, oof.
Yeah. Oh, not even true anymore. I see all the fucking the buses around my city just have a giant picture of like the local rock station, like their faces up there, and it's like two guys in their two like just bald white guys in their 40s. One of them kind of looks like Joe Rogan, and then just like one woman. I'm just like, ugh, sorry. I'm sorry, gal. Oh, must be rough for you. Jesus. This is dice I want to buy. But it's over $200. It's not a dice set. It's one die.
Just a single one?
It's carved from human bone, inlaid with silver. And I want it for one, and I would only use it for one thing. Death saving throws. It comes in special box that has like a skull burned into it, and it's called the Memento Mori, and I would just pull it out and be like, alright, time to see if you die. That and like boss fights, that'd be fun. Just be like, here comes out the human bone.
Hello.
Hi.
Lore. I made fries.
Okay, I thought that your shirt was your face for a second. I'm like, Rin's looking a lot. Is it just like it was sort of fading in and out? I'm like, Rin's looking a lot more orange today. Jesus. That was just your shirt.
Yeah, we got distracted making food.
That happens.
Well,
is that what the kids call it nowadays?
That's the kids are calling it now. Made some fries.
Made some fries.
I tested out our air fryer for some fries, and I kept quoting Rammstein, and Shay didn't get it, so I was like, oh, my dad joke failed. Fry your fries.
Rammstein.
I'm hip.
Okay.
I'm cool.
I mean, I think you're cool.
My mom says I'm cool.
I'm not your mom, and I'm younger than you, so.
No, that was a Millhouse reference.
I know what it was, and
Okay.
I'm rejecting you and trying to gas you up. You are cool. Now let's play let's play fucking sci-fi D&D.
She's scarfing down some fries really quickly. That's what the kids
Spidey,
are still calling
Spidey, and Spidey.
Don't. I swear to fuck Christ.
it. I mean, technically, we're playing Starfinder or Sparfinder, depending on how you really want to pronounce it.
I want to call it Starfinder.
Starfinder.
That's what it's called. Not
Any word from Arc?
No, I haven't heard from him.
It's unfortunate.
It's weird.
Mark's gonna come in like 5 minutes after it's over. Sorry guys, I fell asleep.
It happens. Work is work.
Man, I hate PDFs. You can't edit on your own, so you have to slowly do text boxes to fill everything out.
You ate all the mail. I love her, but she always eats all the mail before the fries are done.
Well, you should use more mayo.
That's not how it works. It's portion control.
You're Americans. You don't
Exactly.
know
You just put 7 pounds more mayo, you never run out.
Yeah.
Or you do what a smart person does, and you eat with the mustard because, you don't want to put too much on that.
I laced it with ketchup and mustard. Because, yeah, you don't want
I just do mustard because then I don't have to salt my fries because the salt is in the mustard.
I use
You're
vinegar.
not wrong, but seasoning salt tastes so good.
Oh, it totally does.
I use vinegar on my fries.
See, that's a good alternative.
I never liked the taste of it.
Well, because you're a heathen.
No, I recognize your taste buds liking it, but me personally, I never.
It.
Yeah, my taste buds reject it.
Because you're.
Oh, I love it. Malt vinegar on fries is so good.
Oh, it's really good. It's really fucking good. Ice cream and fries was always a fun mix as well.
I've never done the Wendy's Frosty and fries that everybody I knew
That
growing up
works, too.
did.
There's a Dairy Queen across the street from my high school, and so it was very common to see people eating fries and ice cream. I actually remember the first time I saw someone do it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, try it. And I did it. I'm like, I apologize. I literally apologized to this random girl. I had never spoken to you before. And I'm like, you're right. This is amazing. Never spoke to her again.
It could have been a bonding moment.
It could have been a bottom moment. I didn't want it to be. I was a shitty high schooler.
Also, the other reason why I eat mustard on fries, 0 calories.
Oh.
That was my discovery of food stuffs when I was trying to lose weight back when I was a much younger adult who could have handled diets and the like. Now as an old man, I'm falling apart just getting my back stretched out in physical therapy.
Well, turn to the game. You have all been threatened by the mob. I do believe I wrote down the mob. Yeah, the Zatan crime family.
Do they have tiny mobster hats for their little bug heads?
They have actually large bug heads, and yes.
But do they still have tiny hats for them? Oh, somebody
tiny
just logged
hats?
in.
That was Shay.
Oh, I thought it was Art.
No, Shay had to back up for a second there.
That's all right. This is acceptable as well.
I realized I didn't include this in the bounty file, but your bounty file has a video of Clara 247. It's a time lapse of a 72-hour period, a little bit over 72 hours of her staying perfectly still with a rifle. Just looking through it, not moving. It's a time lapse of 3 days of her just not moving, and then taking a single shot and then disappearing, then just running out of frame.
What are we talking about?
It's something I didn't conclude in the bounty file. I meant to. I forgot. It's a video of Clara 247 staying still for 72 hours, with a rifle, taking a single shot and then running away.
Oh well, she's an android, so she can do that.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, that skill, even for an android, is like that's some like military shit. Been able to like have the mental fortitude to not move for 72 hours that's some like she was trained for that shit kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Do you guys go and speak to the Nelshosh? Try to talk to them. You guys just regroup and discuss. What do you guys do next?
Probably want to wait till Kasumi's down from it to let her inform her of what happened, since she probably wasn't aware for most of it.
Just in a corner, freaking out now that she's come down.
Yeah,
the withdrawals are killer.
So the coming down on this is rough. You have a headache. You feel groggy, but you're not going with withdrawals. You're not
yet.
Not yet. There's only a sniff.
Shotz trying to ease her down from it with little shots of stuff.
Just gotta ease on down the road.
But don't ask what's in these cocktails. I ain't telling you. Just it'll help.
Don't worry about it.
Worry bad.
So yeah, what is the plan?
While we're waiting for Kasumi to recover, EGC is going to be doing some research on this family.
Sure, the Nelshosh?
Yeah, the Nelshosh.
Absolutely. How are you doing research? Trying to like go online and research them, I assume? Or...
Gonna do Exonet. Gonna look into some like purchases and stuff they do. Gonna look into what their interests seem to be. But yeah, right now. But yeah.
Sure. If it is a computer's check to find information in the Exonet.
Hey, I think I get a bonus to that now.
Probably trained. It's a decent.
22.
22. Yeah. Looking into the Nelshosh, you find some like news articles written about them. They're mainly they're not smugglers. They don't smuggle things in. Generally, they control the avenues of smuggling. So, like, if you want to move product onto Roa, you sort of have to deal with them. They control the spaceport in here on Roa City, the capital.
So they're highwaymen.
And so, like, if you want to move shit to like the largest settlement on the planet with the biggest market, you gotta talk to them. So yeah, they control the spaceport. They also control like the planets, like Aquaport. So like literally just like the pier down at the docks. They control that as well. and make a lot of money doing this. Some protection stuff in that area, protection scams. They're not. There's not a whole lot of like. They don't deal drugs. They don't like run guns. They sort of control the flow of these things into the city, which is making them very powerful and very influential.
Yeah, so they're the highwaymen.
Yeah, they they control the highways and they control sort of the flow of illegal products into the city, which is a pretty good, really good to be that guy, because every other criminal organization is kind of beholden to you then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what you figure out of sort of the Nels, Nell Shosh.
With that information, she'll start cross-checking to see if any of the Nail Shosh members have been targeted by Clara.
Sure, looking through, there have been. There's one or two sort of lower level guys that have been killed by Clara, which makes sense. She's independent contractor, so
Mm-hmm.
she's doesn't work for a particular family. But she's sort of gone after a couple, or gone after, but like been hired to kill people from multiple gangs throughout like the planet. Like she sort of traveled around.
But if she's targeting this family then it's unlikely that this family is sponsoring them.
I would hope not, if it's killing them.
Roll a culture check.
You ain't got no cultures.
9.
9. Yeah, maybe this is a Tan family got it wrong. Maybe they sent you up the wrong tree.
One other thing she's gonna check is if these two targets that did get killed by her, to see if there was any writing on the wall for them, or if they were in or that they did mess something up or did something wrong and maybe needed to get erased.
Yeah, that isn't included in your bounty file, and you can't find anything online. That would be like police report stuff.
Cool.
Which you have to go talk to the police and try to convince them to share it with you if you want to find that shit out.
Sure.
So you head off and talk to the police?
Yes.
Sure thing. Kasumi, roll me a fortitude check.
Alright, here's to not barf. Fortitude. Ah, 19.
You don't barf. You feel kind of like, able to take a second, take a breath, get some water.
Just push that barf back down.
Shotz just like loads up a bunch of saline and just like injects it into you. Like, you don't feel better. Doesn't make you feel better. You sort of feel rehydrated.
Gotta stay hydrated.
You're not 100% yet, but you're doing okay. You're not disadvantaged anymore. You take -2 to your roll now.
Kasumi, I think maybe you ought to. Do you want to?
If I could just get a little bump, it'll balance me back out.
No.
Okay.
Sure. Another injection.
Never mind. Puts the drugs away. Who has the drugs, by the way?
Probably Shotz. The responsible one.
Tucked it away.
Sure, Shotz. They're going to the police station.
You bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shotz is keeping it safe, and probably will study it later for counteractives and stuff.
Yeah, I want to say you guys have 500 credits worth of highly illegal narcotics.
I already entered it.
And going to the station.
We also have a secret hideaway compartment on our ship.
True. I'm saying, do you put the drugs on the ship?
No, we carry it into the police station.
That was what he was emphasizing before he asked
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm asking.
clarification.
Like, unless you tell me
we gotta
otherwise,
put it
I
up.
assume you still have it on you. So you guys are putting it in the ship.
Please put
no,
it in
we are gonna put it in the ship. But when we walk into the police station, I am gonna pull out a gun and say, "This is a robbery."
Okay. Every cop pulls a gun on you. No. I assume
Tranquilizer dart. Take her down, boys.
Are you kidding me? She's not the majority race here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate.
No, you walk into the police station. It is you see a cop in just like a blue, a sheer and a bug man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are these bugmen too? Because we can start.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, so bipedal lives matter.
Yeah, I feel life matter. I think they're bipedal.
Hello, fellow bipedal life matter.
I'm gonna look up Sheeran's. I don't know.
I was just assuming they didn't have 2 legs because they were bugs.
They have 2 legs. They have 2 weird insect legs.
I also am a bipedal life matter.
Non-arthropod life matters.
There you go.
You walk in, there is a Sheeran in like a blue cop uniform, a fucking cop hat, at the front desk, just doing over some paperwork. You see there are some people like sitting in a little space, and there are some sort of, there's like the bullpen behind them, sort of behind doors. You can see like these doors on either side of the desk. You walk up, you hear in your brains like, hello, this is guys are near the port, I want to assume. Like, this is the spaceport. Welcome to the. Cop comes up, looks up and says, "Hi, how can I help you all today?"
Hello, sir.
You want to make a report or?
No. We are licensed professionals, and we'll show them whatever credentials we have for the.
Absolutely, you were given a thing by the Firejacks to be like, you are prospects.
Yeah.
For a Hunters Guild, bounty hunting guild. You pass it over. They take it, look at it for a second, sort of like take an extra long time reading it over, kind of looking at you all, kind of going back, and hands it back to you. Says, "Okay, great."
We are following up on some leads, and we're wondering if we might gain access to a couple files that might help us.
God. Sure. What do?
What do?
I offer a bug donut.
For a bug donut.
The dung claw, my favorite.
They kind of like stare at you deadpan and go, "Cool. What files you're looking for?"
I will give them.
That's a donut.
Yeah.
A name.
I don't actually offer them a donut.
I know.
I don't have donuts.
I know.
I want donuts though.
There's a donut shop nearby. It's a fucking precinct.
She'll ask for files on some of the shootings, not just the ones as part of that family, but other ones that she might be able to cross-reference and stuff.
Sure, you bring up some of the murders, and they go, "All right, give me a second," and they turn to their computer and start tapping away, kind of like scroll through some files, start tapping away. I'm kind of confused, like, you can sit down. It just starts doing stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you get the feeling right away that this person doesn't like you. It's probably because you're bounty hunter. You know? So you kind of go off, and like 15 minutes later, just long enough to you guys are like, this is, they're
purposely making us wait.
Yeah, they call you back up and they go, "All right, yeah, I got files. Can't release them to you personally. If you want access, you're gonna have to talk to Jazik. They're in charge of they're the lead on this one. So,
well, very well. Thank you for being so forthwith and assisting us in this. Where is this What does he say his name was?
Jothic.
Jarrick.
Jothic?
Jarrick.
Jarrick.
J. Rickle.
Who is this Jarrick that we might speak to?
He's a detective. What was I say? They're a detective. Oh god, what time is it? He kind of checks his watch, like, it's 3 in the afternoon. He's probably at a bar. Or they're probably at a bar.
Sense motive.
Yeah, roll sense motive.
11?
Seems like they're telling the truth.
Well, do you happen to know what bar they frequent?
God, it's not which bar they frequent. It's which bar they haven't been banned from for not being a tab.
Oh, you sound significantly more responsible than them. Why haven't you gotten a promotion yet?
Anyways,
just reminding him of the unfair bureaucracy.
Yeah, like just like if you had with 11, I'll say you just read on their face oh, weird office politics. Yeah, they're oh god. There's a couple cop bars around here. Start asking around. I don't know where they are. I'm not in charge of them.
Well, I'm going to put 5 stars for you, sir.
Okay, you can't review a precinct.
Star.
There's no Yelp for a precinct.
No, but there is Yelp.
What is that?
There is Yelp.
Space Yelp. Come on.
Yelp.
The Jisoo explodes.
So much.
The gravity collapses, or like a star dying.
The entire planet collapses around.
Yeah, just gives a black hole there now. Roll new characters, guys.
New characters.
So yeah, they sort of just they don't like you, but they're it's like that thing I don't want to help you, but technically I'm not allowed to not help you. So yeah, you guys can go search for Jarrick if you wish. There seems to be the lead detective on this case.
Yep.
Yeah. I won't have you roll for anything for this. You guys head out. There are a couple bars nearby. You start asking around about Jarrick. And sort of to one place oh yeah, we know Jarrick. They're not allowed in here until they pay their tab. Go to a different place. Oh, they're not allowed to pay the tab. They sort of oh, try here, try here. Takes you a little while, but you do eventually find a bar that they're not currently kicked out of.
And if you see that son of a bitch, he owes us 5 million credits.
Essentially, tell him we still expect you still can't come back to the place until they pay their goddamn tab. Yeah, from what you can understand, Jarrick is a host Sharon. Host Sharon carry the children, by the way. They're literally a host for eggs. Fun fact.
So they don't have the sex. They just carry the baby.
They are involved in the sex. They just not provide genetic information for the child.
It's super kinky.
Yeah, the Sharon, they have interest in biology. But yeah, you're able to find Jarrick in some shitty bar. Nearby. It's definitely nicer than the one you were at earlier today. Bit cleaner, sort of a bit nicer place. Sort of on the lower end of middle class bar. And you do see, if a bug could have a 5 o'clock shadow, Jarrick would have one. They are dressed very opposite of your drug dealer friend. They're dressed like the cop from a Miami cop show, sort of style, but the depressed one. And they are currently sort of alone, sitting at the bar. They have a 2-finger of whiskey glass in front of them, and there's sort of 1,000-yard stare directly ahead of them.
What's got you down, friend?
Hey, what's eating you?
They kind of turn to you and say, You know, fucking half-elves keep coming up and asking me stupid questions.
That is racist.
That is very racist.
He's a cop. What did you expect? They're a cop.
Integrity. I know what I said.
You look like you don't like your work.
Look like you could use a friend.
Yeah, fucking office hours suck. Boss doesn't like me. We're gonna fucking do, right?
I heard you used to be the best detective on the beat.
Yeah, pick yourself up.
Does Kasumi say that?
Yes, because she's still quite inebriated.
Sure, they turn to you and go, okay, so you know me, apparently. I'm a bit of a disadvantage here. Who the fuck are all you? Walk up.
We're here to help you out with the case.
Okay. No. Go fuck yourselves.
Alright. We'll do that after you sign this form.
He looks at it, they look at it and go, no. Who the fuck are you? Just some fucking goddamn assholes came off the street asking me to fucking share police files with you?
Yep. No, we're actually licensed professionals. And the offer to help with your case still stands because we're going to do it anyway. So.
Okay, so for drift humpers, just have to come in and just fucking take over the case, huh?
You want in on it or not?
If I say no, you're just gonna hound me until I help you, right?
Yes.
Fuck it. Okay. One exception. One caveat.
You want another drink?
Two caveats.
Another drink. Like what? I'm starting to like you a little bit. One drink, and I get to arrest Clara. You can take her in. I just want to be able. I want to call her.
You know, I think that's pretty fair trade.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really need the clout, do we?
Deal. Give me another fucking drink. And they signed the papers, or signed the document. It's gonna be on digital.
I make sure they sign the form that says that we get them too.
Yeah. You send the form that like shares that's like an official sort of cross department sort of papers, and you get the files. If you guys want to look over the files, well, Jarek drinks. You guys can roll a. This would be. Yes, none of you have profession law enforcement.
I do have security.
That is true. Yeah, roll your profession security for you. Everyone else can roll a perception check to see what you could get from this. Lower DC for Jisoo because this is very like security work kind of shit.
22.
Fuck.
On that, I just wanted to point out, I do like that when Kasumi's like, I heard you were the best detective on the case, or the best detective, etc. He did not deny it.
Yeah, because he knows. He knows where he was.
Yeah, they know what the fuck is up with their shit. It's a 20 and a 22 on reading over. You notice like all there's even like a little bit of sharing from the Acatonians being like, hey, like we heard of something that's happening, can you share with us, we'll share with you to see like we can figure this out. So you get a report from the Acatonian Union. The 22 and a 20. First thing you notice is all the more recent, like all the kills that have been recently. Majority of all the kills have been done with a sniper rifle. Been done from long range. There was not any reports of a gunshot nearby. So either again a silencer or a extreme range shot. 2, the first couple kills were related. They were not criminals or government officials. There were 3 of them. There were 2 of them were business relationship to people that broke down, and the third was the killing of a member of sort of the messy divorce that ended up with one of the people in that being killed. Those 3 were not done with a rifle. The first 2 were strangled to death. The third one was stabbed.
Ooh. Diversified.
Well, in the opposite direction. They strangled, stabbed, then switched to high accuracy, precision sniper. Which is weird.
It's a little weird, yeah.
With a 22, that is because, like, if you're a sniper, you don't open up with your being like, I can strangle someone. You're like, no, you can kill someone from like 1,000 yards without anyone knowing I was nearby. Rapid change of tactics, and of targets. So that's a little strange.
It was a big flex for sure.
Something changed, and they're either they got a really big software update, or someone supplied them with some really nice toys that they are taking advantage of.
So yeah, that is what you see there. Looking at their at the other kills as it switches to criminals and then eventually goes to government officials. Mostly focused on Roa, and then they branch out to Akaton. And with that 20 and 22, with that 22 actually, I'll give this to Jisoo with your security profession. They, looking at your bounty, they were added on pretty recently to the sort of packed bounty because they went to the Akatonian Union and performed actions there. The sort of the classification of the type of criminal they were changed, so they were not on the packed bounty radar because they were only interacting in one of the areas of the pact's territories. They were actually in Shirin territory. The moment they moved over to Akatonian territory, they became a target for the packed bounty system.
Do the targets have seem to have like any interaction with each other?
Sort of. There's no interaction between the targets from Akatonian space and Shirin space. But within those zones, like in the Shirin space, they were all criminals. They're all like part of the underground here on Roa, and so that's their connection. And you see in the police reports as you get more information, Akaton sort of security force is like the people she killed were suspected of government corruption, and the smugglers she killed were that part of that corruption.
All right.
It doesn't appear like she's targeting a network. No.
Okay, so she's not specifically targeting like corruption in the government and the people they work with.
You get the feeling that whoever hired her in Akaton are targeting that. She's probably not.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not a vigilante. She's a hitman.
Yeah. So the person funding her is going after corruption.
Probably.
Or competition.
At least in Akaton, yes. On Roa, it appears that she was being hired by the criminal syndicates here to take out
rivals,
other members of the syndicates.
Okay. And is the time she switched from close combat to long range is when the syndicate started hiring her?
It appears so, yes. Because her first kill after when she switched to long range was a member of a gang. There wasn't a member of the Czars or the Nelshosh. It appeared to be like a member of sort of a street level gang, not so much these larger sort of mafioso types.
So street level work done. Mafia start hiring her out. She gets a gun. Government officials start targeting corruption in Akaton. So she keeps getting employers that are more and more flush, I guess.
And from what you got from the Tsars, I believe that's what they call them. The Zatan. She's been marketing herself as well. The first 3 kills happened, and then like people started hearing, oh, the new person's in town, Clara 247. And then every time there was a big kill, people in the underworld knew who was doing it, and so she's like, I can get anyone.
Huh. She's just looking for more and more.
Just looking for a good time.
Well, yeah, but she keeps getting bigger and bigger employers. Bigger employers mean bigger weapons.
Just trading up.
Huh?
Just trading up.
Yeah.
Well, this is an incredible breakthrough.
Jarek speaks up and goes, did you see it? Did you notice it?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
I did, but Shotz is a little slow. Why don't you explain it to him?
Jarek kind of looks at you and kind of rolls their eyes and then points out and says, your 4th kill. Some low-level scumbag, right?
Well, when they switched to the gun, right?
Did they switch though? And they pull out their data pad and shows some other files. Like, these aren't related to her shit. We heard about these. We gave her these kills. People were saying it was her. But look at this, and he shows you other kills. Strangulations and stabbings. Similar MO, similar type of targets, credited to her 4th kill.
Alright, wait.
I think she was stealing credit. First couple kills.
A copycat kind of thing?
I don't think copycat.
Wait, out of character.
Yeah.
Her first 3 kills were close range, and then 4th and onward were with the rifle.
Long range. Yeah. And her 4th kill, that person was linked to killings very similar to her first 3.
The 4th kill?
The 4th kill was someone that had connections to similar kills. Like, there was someone who had like beef. There was like 2 people or some people like angry at each other over money or marriage issues, something like that. One of them gets killed, strangled, or stabbed. and they're linking it to this one sort of street level thug, then he is the fourth. He is her.
Okay.
Fourth kill.
So she's killing
Or the
her
fourth.
employers.
From
Like that's the connection then.
roll sense motive. I'll use sense motive in this one.
9.
Say you do you bring that up to Jarek? Jarek, I should say.
Yeah, I asked that.
Yeah, he asked that. He says they say, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't think she killed those first 3.
Yeah, the fourth guy killed the first 3, and then she killed him and took over.
And then she took credit for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's been the thing. We started hearing about this new person in town, this new hitman, coming in, making a name for themselves. Quick, clean, professional. First 3 were weird. They weren't quick. They weren't clean. You know, she's a specialist. She doesn't do variety. She doesn't know paint on walls with blood. She doesn't send messages. She kills quick. This shit was messy. These first 3 were messy as hell. Even if she didn't have a rifle, why not get like a pistol? You know.
I wonder if they have the same
Fine.
employer.
Maybe.
And first,
Maybe
you know,
this piece of shit was, you know.
yeah, they
taking
saw how
contract on the side.
sloppy. Yeah, they saw how sloppy this guy was, and then
Yeah,
sent
new shit.
her to take care of him and take over.
Yeah. Or maybe she planned to kill this guy, took the credit for his recent kills, got him out of the picture before he could try to retaliate. I don't fucking know.
Maybe we
But
get
these 3
you-
don't scream our girl. They're not. These are angry. She's not angry.
These 3 were personal then.
Or
They
just
feel
this
a lot
guy's
more.
Just because it's a piece of shit and likes watching someone die. She's not like that. You saw the.
She's a professional.
She's a professional. You saw the video, right, of her 3 days not
Mhm.
moving.
That's
I don't
impressive.
think she killed the first 3. I think she took credit.
No, I agree with you.
Or maybe she killed. Or maybe she did do though. Killed her employers. Well, fuck. I don't know.
Does this guy, the fourth guy, does he have an employer listed?
He has a connection. He's like a known member of a gang.
Okay, and looking between him and her work after the fourth kill, did it seem like they had worked for the same person?
You can't tell from this. With that fourth person, just sort of upgraded to be like I can kill these guys and get away with it. Hire me. And so her stuff started going like sort of the lower level gang members here and there, pretty sporadic, you know. And then as like she built up her sort of legend, more and more intense gangs and like the mob started to hire her because she was proficient, and then someone paid her to kill a mob leader, and then after that she sort of disappeared from the map for a while, popped up in Act
Nishisu's gonna start looking at the location of all these kills, fourth one and after, and try to get a sense on whether her change to no, because she still seems to be coming back here.
Her most recent activity has all been in Akutan, but it started on Roa.
Okay. Ijisu's then gonna start looking for like places that are like a place that might have been abandoned quickly after the mob boss kill.
Sure. Looking for like residences or stuff like that.
Yeah, a place where they may have potentially stayed.
Sure thing. This would be because you've been given access to sort of police resources. You can you can do. It would be a
place.
Check.
Yeah, it would be a place that makes sense for the areas of
sure.
From the fourth one to before she went to Akutan.
And so yeah, roll a computer check to see if sort of pinpoint. You got Shotz and Kazumi. You guys can help aid with this, or someone else can lead this search.
What role is it?
If you're doing like access to the police network, it would be computers check to search there.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you guys can aid.
This is
I'll assist.
This is my drunken jam.
12.
Where is? I don't know. So Kasumi, it's a -2 for Kasumi because you're still coming down.
17.
+2 from Glint, +2 from Shotz, +2 from Ichis.
23.
23.
Thank you. With a 23, looking through you look through and try to find like, is there an area sort of in the middle? Like, is she working that way? Sort of like in a comfort zone? Is she trying to things like that? Just trying to pinpoint some stuff. And yeah, with the 23, you find something that was overlooked. A mob boss had just been killed. There was a bit of a panic in the cops, so no one noticed. A missing persons report from a landlord that said that one of their tenants, a female android, didn't pay their rent, and hadn't seen for a while. And it was a very sort of angry, like, this person skipped out. Find them, let me know so I can fucking sue them, essentially. It sort of got lost in the shuffle. So you have a potential hit of a place that might have been Clara.
So we have a lead?
You have a potential lead, yes.
All right. Well, then with that note, I've given us enough time to kind of round it out to the 3 hours, but we are at the stopping time.
Excellent.
Actually, I didn't want to really kill the momentum there, but that's a good stopping point.
May I suggest 5 minutes?
Sure.
There's a good stopping point coming up. It's also a good cliffhanger, if you don't mind. If you guys want to head to the apartment.
Okay. Does our investigator join us?
He does join. They do join. They're like, I'm not. Yeah. They actually get into his car, to their car. It has a little, like, one of those suction cup lights they can put on the roof when they need it. You can go over to this apartment building. It's this tall sort of megaplex. You can speak to the landlord. There's sort of this miserable old Sheeran. And Jarvik sort of flashes their badge, and they're like, "Fine, we'll let them up." And they say they made the report. They've sort of left things as it were. They're going to start clearing it out pretty soon. As you enter this apartment and begin to look around, you hear this little alarm clock radio crackle, and you hear a voice say, "You're not who I expected." And you see a laser, a little laser pointer, zero in on. Let's see whose chest Clara targets.
Sweet release.
Ijisu.
Perfect.
Red dot is on your chest. To hear her say,
"Get down, Mr. President."
As you don't hear a shot, you definitely feel one.
Mm-hmm.
You take 8 damage. It must make me quick fortitude saving throw.
Okay.
19.
19.
You were not knocked prone from this sniper shot. As the camera zooms through the hole in the window and goes on for a while, as on another skyscraper, very far away with a giant sniper rifle, is Clara looking through the scope at all of you in her old apartment.
How dare!
The response is just damn, good shot.
And that's where we'll end it.
Don't compliment her. She's evil.
She's evil.
Was it 8?
Take 8 piercing damage as you are shot in the chest with a high-powered rifle.
Okay.
Is that the best you can do? Shoot her again.
Yeah. Is that the best you got?
She reloads. She sort of pulls the bolt back.
That's not in character. Stop it.
I know, but a massive it's this is a huge gun. It's
I don't suppose I can use mitigate, can I?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can use mitigate, you can use mitigate.
Cool. I use mitigate and reduce it by 3, I think. Or
Excellent.
2 or 3.
I think it's your level.
Oh, then 2.
Then 2. Yeah, we'll check that. But yeah, you mitigate a little bit. As you are shot in the chest with the 50 cal. Yay for future armor.
Yay for future armor.
But yeah, Clara is on a rooftop somewhere, looking down at you all in the scope, and that's where we're in.
Yay!
Wow, rude.
Oh, I'm so excited
You
for
got
this.
shot.
Also, if people might recognize the name Clara 247 I stole this character whole cloth from Dead Sons, which is the adventure path, the first adventure path of Starfinder.
That's fine.
Entirely, the picture I showed you, that's from Dead Sons. She also tries to kill the party in that one. It's fine.
Good. They probably deserve it.
They really don't. Clara's absolutely the best in.
She said what?
Oh, the party does not deserve it in that case. You're not evil. You're just investigating something. She's sent to kill you. Anyways.
Wait. She's got a bounty on us?
No.
You don't
in
know
Sons,
that,
in the
wink.
original
Yeah, you might have
adventure
one.
path that the character is from. She's hired a hired assassin sent to kill the party.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna be that surprised.
It's entirely unrelated.
You don't know why she's there, staking out her old apartment, but she was. But this is a character I took from another campaign, written by Paizo.
Okay, in that case, wait, for a moment, I've got a new response to that after I don't get knocked down. Remembering that she stood staking out a spot for 3 days, Ijisu would just be like, "How long were you staking out this time?"
Oh my god, it's time to wrap up. Stop.
Never! Alright.
We're done.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We're over. Yep, we're over the time limit, but it's fine.
Wait, let me extend it by 7 minutes as I monologue.
Let me explain how
Shotz takes his gun out. I'm the